Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope that you are all good. It has been a couple of weeks since I've uploaded, as I kind of ended up taking a little bit of an unintentional break from my YouTube channel. We will talk about that a little bit more in a moment, because I wanted to jump straight into this video to show you guys the two new Kiki London Rubber colour bases. So here we have RB09 and RB10, and both of these are milky white base coats, but one has a iridescent glitter in it and is absolutely beautiful. I did do a launch video over on the Kiki London YouTube channel, so I'll leave that linked in the description box below, but I've really been wanting to get back into uploading here, so I thought I would start off by doing a design using these. Now I'm going to actually be using them more for the nail art side rather than the rubber base coat side. So we're coming straight in on my display tips and applying a thin coat of the first colour, which is RB09. As you can see, this is a sheer milky white, and I have been waiting ages for this. It's something I've wanted in my Kiki London collection for a very long time, because I absolutely love doing milky nail art. So I've applied one coat of this to all of the nails. So if you was doing this on yourself, you'd do all your prep first of all and then come in with your base coat. And then in that first layer of base coat, I'm going to come in with these gorgeous silver flakies. And this whole design is kind of going to just be layering up flakes and glitters and then applying the milky the milky base coats. But like I said, I'm not really using them as a base coat. I'm more using them like a gel polish, which is what I love about these products, because it makes them very versatile. Of course, if you just want plain coloured nails, you can use this as a two-step manicure to create a milky set of nails. So you'd apply one coat to act as your rubber base coat, and because it's a rubber base coat, it offers all the properties that the rest of the Kiki London rubber base coats do. So it's brilliant for strengthening weak or brittle nails. But then you could come in with another coat of this if you wanted it to look a little bit more opaque and you was wearing it on its own, and then you just come in and apply your top coat. But like I said, today we're using it a bit more for the nail art side. So I've applied one coat and then we're coming in and I'm adding these flakes, just using my fan brush and a little bit of top coat. And on the nails, I want them all to look a little bit different. So I'm just adding those flakes in different places. And of course, we're going to be coming over the top of this with a little bit more of that milky base coat to create kind of like a hidden milk bath effect design, which I really love. This is one of my sort of favorite effects in nails. So ever since I received these, I've been really excited to play around and see other ways I can use them more for that nail art purpose. And I really loved the two sets that I've created so far with them. So obviously I'm doing this set here on my channel, but over on the Kiki London launch video, I did like a launch showing you guys the products, and then the other half of the video was doing a winter design with them. And we did like hidden glitters, hidden decals, and it was just a lot of fun to do. So if you'd like to check out that design, like I said, I'd leave the video linked in the description box below. So once I have applied those flakies, I forgot what they were called then, I'm going to cure that just to freeze them in place, and then we're going to come over the top with that same RB09, except for this time I'm going to pop some on my palette and apply it using my Kiki London round nail art brush, just because I don't want to end up contaminating my bottle brush with any of those flakes. Sometimes these are very fine, so they might not all cure in place. You might end up with a few loose ones, and I just didn't want to risk contaminating a new bottle of gel polish. So I'm just going to apply a thin layer using my round nail art brush, and I do quite like doing it this way as well, because it allows you to apply a little bit thinner and also get around all of those flaked pieces. And as you can see, it creates a really gorgeous milky design. So I'm going to do this on all four nails. I think I only show you guys doing it on two, and then we're going to pop this in to cure again. And then over the top of this, we're going to come in with some more flakes, but these ones are a little bit thicker. They are more like a glitter shard kind of flake, so they don't encapsulate as well in gel polish as what these thinner ones do. So we do end up rubber top coating and buffing just to get a nice smooth finish, just because these were a little bit thicker. So if you have iridescent ones of these that are thinner, more like those first ones we use, they are a lot easier to work with gel polish rather than these more shard type ones. These ones here are just some that I picked up in the nail section in Primark, and I really like the colours of them, but personally I do find they work a little bit better with acrylic rather than gel polish. But I'm going to do exactly the same as before, kind of just applying a little bit of that top coat to my brush so that it's sticky to pick up those flaked pieces, and then I'm going to pop these down over where we've applied those silver flakes, but I don't want to apply too many. So as I said at the start of the video, I wanted to mention I have took a little bit of a break from YouTube. The run up to Christmas, I was just super busy. I do work another job that's completely not now related, and that was a little bit hectic before Christmas. And then over Christmas, my little girl was unwell. She was really poorly, kind of like the day before Christmas Eve all the way up until the day before New Year's Eve. She finally perked up a little bit just before New Year's Eve, but bless her, she didn't even want to open her Christmas presents on Christmas Day. So it kind of slowed down the whole of the Christmas break, just because we spent a lot of time like just looking after her. She only had a viral infection. It was luckily nothing serious, but it really took its toll on her. And then what that ended up meaning was we just didn't do all of the fun Christmassy stuff right when it should have been, like on Christmas Day and stuff. So it ended up kind of just taking over the 2 weeks that she was off school, and it just meant that I felt so stressed. And you know, when you are juggling so many different things and also wanting to spend time with the kids and make memories, I felt as though something had to give. Obviously, like I said, I was working my normal job. I do upload videos for the Kiki London YouTube channel, which I absolutely love doing, and I upload videos here, which I absolutely love doing, but I just felt as though I couldn't put my all into every little project that was on the go at the time. So I took a little step back from my own YouTube channel, just because I felt as though I was feeling a bit burnt out with now inspiration and the time it takes to edit videos and do voiceovers. So I thought, rather than upload content that I'm not 100% happy with, it was easier to take a little bit of a step back for a couple of weeks. I did end up still creating some nails, so those videos I will edit and get uploaded. So I will have a few more videos than usual, hopefully coming up over the next couple of weeks, and it would be great to get back into that routine of uploading on here at least twice a week, because I absolutely love doing nails and I really love creating videos. So I do apologize for the little sort of unintentional break and long delay between my last video upload and this one. But anyway, let's jump back. Oh, actually no, but first of all, I did also want to say I hope you all had a wonderful Christmas and a happy 2023. We are already 2 weeks into it, but I hope so far the new year is going amazing for you all, and I hope you all have a wonderful year. Now let's jump back into this nail design. So whilst I was waffling on, we did another layer of those glitter flakes. We then also come over the top with some more of the Milky RB09, and then I'm coming in with the second new rubber base color, which is RB10. Now this is very similar to RB09. It's a sheer milky white base, except for this one has a teeny tiny iridescent sparkles in it. It looks absolutely stunning on your own nails, because if you only do one coat of it, you still see the natural pink showing through on from your natural nails, so it kind of gives it more of a pink effect. But if you do 2 coats, then you get the beautiful milky white effect. So again, it's a very versatile product in my opinion. I have applied it all over all 4 of these nails because I wanted to have full-on iridescent sparkles, and I just absolutely love it. Then, because like I said, we added in those mylar flakes that were a little bit chunky, you can see we've got some sticking up here where they're just not the best. So what I decided to do was come over the top with the Kiki London Rubber base coat. This is going to help smooth all of those out and kind of encapsulate them in a little bit more. And then I'm going to buff this after curing to get out any of those pieces that are sticking up and leave us with a super smooth surface. So I wouldn't have needed to do these 2 steps, so applying the rubber base coat and buffing, if I'd have used normal flakies rather than these more mylar shard ones. It's just because these are a little bit thicker, but I picked them up. I didn't want to put them back. I wanted to just continue working with them. And like I said, I do love the effect they give off. They're just not the best sort of product for gel polish encapsulation. They work better in acrylics or polygel or builder gel, and if you're working with gel polish, it's a lot easier to work with more thinner materials like the flakies, because they are super thin. So I did this on all of the nails, and this is what the nails look like whilst they're matte. Again, you can still see that you've got those beautiful glitters shining through. but they have that beautiful milky hidden effect. I love how they look matte as well, but they do pop and come to life a little bit more when we come in and top coat. So before adding my decals, I'm going to give these a really good clean using one of the Kiki London alcohol wipes, just to make sure that all of that dust has been removed. And then because I've buffed them, I'm going to come in and I apply a top coat before applying my decals. And this is a top coat that leaves a tacky layer, and I'm using this just because I like my decals to stick down into a tacky layer. I find it's just a personal preference, but I find they apply a lot better, you get less creases, and they kind of hold in place a lot better than applying them over a buffed surface. Now again, this step wouldn't necessarily have had to have been done if I hadn't had to rub a top coat to encapsulate those shards in and then ended up having to buff the nail. I would have just applied these over the top of that glitter RB10 that we applied, but because I wanted to make sure everything was buffed and smooth, that's why I've come in with this other layer of top coat, just to give us a tacky surface. Now that we've got that cured and we have our tacky surface, I'm going to cut out these decals as close to the image as possible. I cut out I think 4 or 5 to apply to all of the nails, and I love applying my water decals using the stamper method. So I've cut that image out. I'm going to place it face down on to a jelly stamper, and then just using my Kiki London angled nail art brush, I'm going to soak the back of the backing paper. Now depending on the water decal you use, it can take a little bit longer with some to soak into and quicker with others. I find with my Kiki London water decals, the paper there, the backing paper they're on is quite thin, so it only takes around 5 to 10 seconds and it slides off. These are cheaper decals that I picked up ages ago from eBay, and the backing paper is more like a thick card, so it takes a lot more water and it takes a little bit longer to soak into them, but I really loved the images, so that was why I decided to use these. So just bear that in mind. If you place down your water decal, you add your water, and after around 5-10 seconds they're not soaking off or the backing paper is not peeling off, just apply a little bit more water and wait a few more seconds, and then they should eventually peel off. And you want to be very gentle when you're peeling it off to make sure that you don't move or disrupt the image underneath. And then once you have got that peeled off, we're just going to look through the stamper, place that decal down where we want it to go. I like to do a little rock from side to side, but because it's got that tacky layer underneath, it's going to grab and pull down the decal very well anyway. And then I do always like to come over the top with my silicone tool just to move them into place if I want to reposition anything, and then also to make sure I get out any creases or bubbles that there might be. However, I do find that applying with the jelly stamper method, you don't get hardly any creases or bubbles in your water decals. So personally, I find it a lot easier to apply them this way compared to the traditional way where you drop the water decal in the water and then apply it with tweezers. I just find this way a lot easier, especially as you can, like what I'm doing here, you can look through your stamper and play about with where you want your decal to go without actually putting it down in place, so you can see what it's going to look like where you're placing it. I really do love how these blue florals look over that milky base. I really liked it. I know florals are not exactly very wintry, but I felt because they were blue, they worked for a wintry January set of nails. I am also really excited. God, I really can't get my words out today. I am really excited to start on all the Valentine's Day content as well, because that's one of my favorite time for nails. So if you have any Valentine's suggestions, please do pop them in the comment section below. I'm not even going to apologize again for not getting the words out correctly there. So this is what the nails look like once we have got all of those water decals down in place. So I'm now going to come in with my final layer of top coat. So this is the no wipe top coat. I'm just going to apply a thin layer of this to all of the nails. This is just to seal those water decals in. And then once I've applied this, we're going to pop these in to cure for a final 30 seconds. And that, guys, is the end of the video. I've just left a little clip and a picture of what the finished result looked like. I'm really excited to get back uploading, so I shall hopefully have some more videos up either towards the end of this week or over the weekend. So keep an eye out for those. If you did enjoy today's video, please do give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment below. Let me know how you're doing and how your 2023 is going so far. And of course, if you're not already subscribed to my channel, I would absolutely love it if you hit that subscription button. I am not the most consistent YouTube uploader, but I'm trying my best to be more consistent, especially this year. So hopefully I'll have lots of new and exciting content to come. Just wanted to take a moment to thank you all so much for watching. I hope you're all keeping safe and well and doing okay. I'm sending you lots of love. Again, thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.